Good afternoon and welcome to the Transgender Pilot Program's Health Fair, a program of the Mental Health Association San Francisco. Today, Shannon and I will be providing you with vital resources available to the transgender community here in the Bay Area and San Francisco. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So Shannon, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, everyone. I am just Shannon, and I am a staff member at San Francisco Pride. I also wear a couple other hats. I'm a steering committee member of the San Francisco Bay Area Queer Nightlife Fund, which raises much needed funds for our family working in nightlife. And I also do some work with the Castro merchants. So come out on Saturdays and Sundays and check out our shared spaces on 18th and on Noe.
Hi everyone, I'm Landa Lakes. I'm going to be the co-MC tonight. I'm also Nico Thomas, that's the name that I actually go by. But for now, we're going with Landa Lakes. I'm a performer here at the community. Most people know me from Nightlife and the Ducal Court and some of the other organizations that I've been strongly involved in, but mainly the Bay Area American Indian Two Spirits. That's really where I feel like I really blossom there. You know, there's nothing like being in your own community and being able to reach out and touch everybody. I love touching people. So I'm so glad to be here. So let's get right into it. So let's go ahead and look at some of the agencies. We have some videos for you today from different agencies.
Take it away.
Gender Health SF is your partner in accessing quality, gender-affirming healthcare. We're peer-led, we value compassion and community investment, and provide care regardless of immigration status or income. We understand that navigating gender-affirming health services is challenging, so we help you at every step to make sure accessing surgery is as easy as possible, including surgery-related education, help selecting and working with your covered surgeons, making sure that all your approvals and documents stay up to date, advocating for your needs and rights as a patient, and care coordination. We work confidentially and are here to make sure that you are ready and well supported for success. To get referred to our program, talk to your primary care provider. They will help you acquire a pre-surgical assessment, which includes 1 to 2 letters from a mental health provider. Once referred to our program, you'll be connected to one of our world-class peer navigators. Our navigators are here to be your personal point of contact. They are trauma-informed, personable, and work with you to make sure that you are empowered to make the important decisions for your surgery. Y hablamos español. Due to COVID-19, all of our navigation services are also accessible remotely. We are available by phone, email, and through video telehealth. We're also here to provide support to our greater online community, including hosting community panels from previous patients, surgeon Q&As, health and wellness workshops, and much, much more. To qualify for the program, you must be a resident of San Francisco, 18 years of age or older, and enrolled or covered by Medi-Cal, Medicare, San Francisco Managed Medi-Cal Plan, Anthem Managed Medi-Cal Plan, Healthy Workers, Healthy Families, or Healthy San Francisco. So come check us out. To learn more, please check out our website at www.sfdph.org/genderhealthsf.
so exciting about hosting something like this is just the fact that you also get to learn a little more about the agencies and organizations around you. And first of all, I just want to also apologize to everyone. We are experiencing a little bit of technical difficulty right now, so the captions aren't coming up. So hopefully we'll resolve that very shortly. If you need additional help or something, remember you can always put it in the comments. It's good to see some of our friends out there. I see Andrea, Ronnie, Vanilla Meringue, Kylie. Nice to see you.
Yeah, thanks for joining us today. We have a fabulous show for you, so stick around. We are going to introduce our next segment. We have some fabulous performances by Rexy, Carol Henry, and Priss.
You're broken down and tired of living life on the merry-go-round, and you can't find a fighter, but I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out. Move mountains, we gon' walk it out and move mountains. And I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. And I'll rise up, I'll like the waves. I'll rise up, in spite of the ache. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. The silence isn't quiet, and it feels like it's getting hard to breathe. And I know you feel like dying, but I promise we'll take the world to its feet. Move mountains, bring it to its feet. Move mountains. And I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. For that we have each other, and we will rise, we will rise, we'll rise, we'll rise. I'll rise up, rise like the day. I'll rise up, in spite of the ache. I will rise 1,000 times again, and we'll rise up. I like the waves. We'll rise up, in spite of the ache. We'll rise up, and we'll do it 1,000 times again.
of all the possibilities that the eyes of a child can see. Think of all the opportunities that flow right by you and me. Take my hand, we'll know all that we dream. We are one, heart we are weak. Together we strong. We're writing this song. We're living these words together. It's no reason we can't live and build the world that we want together. For as long as you stand in my need, we will live.
Thank you.
Am I still alive? Where am I cry? Who was it that pulled the trigger? Was it you or I? I'm completely numb. Why you acting dumb? I won't blame myself cause we both know you were the one. I don't know what to do, you don't know what to say. The scars on my mind are on replay, replay. The monster inside you is torturing me. The scars on my mind are on replay, replay. Replay, replay. The scars on
Welcome back, everyone. Wow, that last video, I need to sit with that. That gave me some feelings. And can we talk about Carol's necklace?
Absolutely.
I couldn't stop.
Really brought your attention to the décolletage, you know? But you know what I loved about it was also the fact that you could see behind Carol, you could see the Black Lives Matter sign. And so I thought that was really important and significant because, you know, Vanilla Meringue, also in the audience tonight, was saying that that's exactly what she needed today. Oh, and you know what? We have a bunch of people that have joined us. Look, there's Maceo, Troy, so many
Tony.
people. Tony.
Yeah.
Lauren is
Candy.
here.
Well, thanks for tuning in. I also just wanted to take a second to talk about San Francisco Community Health. What a powerhouse organization. I personally really have a lot of appreciation and respect for TITA. I showed up at a TDOV planning meeting 2 years ago and I said, I want to be involved. And suddenly my schedule is full. So shout out to the team over there. Thank you for all you do.
Absolutely. Actually, I was talking to Tita this morning, and Tita has more big plans yet to come for different things. So if you want to stay involved, remember Tita always has something for us to do. Now it's funny because I love doing something like this where you're emceeing for agencies that reach out and help. And one of the things that I thought was really fascinating is, you know, you always learn every time you watch something like this. And I did not know that they had this thing called Real Talk, which is a BIPOC event where they get together and they discuss like the community. And I think that's a very important thing. I really want to be a part of it. That's mainly what I'm saying is I really want to be a part of it.
I'm sure they would love to have you.
I hope so. And actually, before we go further, I also want to go back to Rexy too. Rexy did such a beautiful number with that. It was very, very glamour. It was everything. It was everything you wanted it to be.
Everything. Always. She's one of my favorite performers, and I'm very lucky to call her a friend.
Do you want to hear a really short story, but that's really long and complicated? So Priss, who just performed sort of like the scarier video and everything, is actually my nephew. And he came out here from Oklahoma, and his first time doing drag was actually I asked him to come out and be in a contest immediately. So he came out and he participated in this contest where he got second runner up and only had like a week out here to prepare for it. And it was pretty much his first time in drag. And I believe he's the only trans male performance that we have tonight in tonight's show, or today's show. Gosh, this is the afternoon still.
Wow. Well, he is very lucky to have you as a mentor.
Well, I'm strict, so.
Don't forget those eyelashes.
Exactly. For those of you who don't know, I got red when I first came on here because I was without my eyelashes, and it's one of the cardinal rules that I have for all of my drag children is always wear your lashes. And right before we went live, somebody pointed out, "Are you wearing lashes?" I have to be right back. I need to put these things on.
You've taught them well.
Okay, so are we ready to learn about some other agencies?
Yes.
All right, let's get going.
Let's do it.
Hello, my name is Lauren Vega, and I'm an employment specialist in workforce development with PRC. PRC is a nonprofit organization that's been around for decades and do some amazing work in the community. As a trans Latina woman, I need to tell you that it's so important to me that when seeking services, I see folks that look like me. And PRC is one of those organizations. I actually started as a client, and that developed into a full-time career. I've been with the organization now for over 3 years, and I really like what I do very, very much. At PRC, we provide various types of services such as career assessment, navigation training, skill building, as well as job assistance. This would include things like resume writing, cover letter writing, interviewing training, and computer training. We have the most amazing computer training program. We also have our career pathway training, which is amazing way to get some foundation work for those persons who are seeking to be a caseworker, for example. We also help folks who are seeking support from the Department of Rehabilitation. We can help you navigate so that you can get services from that organization. In addition, we offer legal, healthcare, and disability advocacy in our benefits counseling department. We also have emergency financial assistance to those clients who qualify. Lastly, our Baker Places residential, acute, and navigation services, as well as residential treatment services, are amazing. These would include places like Joe Healy Detox Program, our Hummingbird Navigation Centers, and our various residential mental health and substance use programs. These are life-changing for folks who need that type of assistance. You will find all of this information and so much more at our website at www.prcsf.org. Again, I'm Lauren, and my direct line is 415-972-0809, and my email address is lauren.vega@prcsf.org. I thank you for your time. We look forward to answering any questions you may have. Please reach out. Have a wonderful day and be well.
We believe that everyone, regardless of income or race, has a right to the basic human needs of homes, health, and voice. But that's not the reality we live in. Inequity is our reality, especially here in San Francisco, and especially in the Tenderloin. The systems we all rely on disproportionately leave people with low incomes and Black and brown people unhoused, without food, and without a say in the decisions affecting them. But we're changing that. Together, we are building a more equitable city brick by brick, by building more affordable housing, by providing social services inside and outside our buildings, by increasing healthy food options in neighborhoods without them, by advocating for and alongside communities whose voices need to be heard. Homes are the foundation of our work at TNDC, but homes cannot stand without the support of health and voice. We need all the pieces working together to make a real impact. Our food and wellness work is a great example. We recognize that food and wellness means different things to different people, cultures, and communities. Our role is not to prescribe, but to open doors. We bring food to the neighborhood, bring neighbors to the food, and bring neighbors together over food. When access to healthy food increases in communities with low incomes and communities of color, it's not just individual health that benefits. It's systemic change in action, community voice being heard, and it's less time spent worrying and more time spent creating a home. Each piece of our work in homes, health, and voice builds a better future for all. We know the road to economic and racial equity is a long one, but we are on it. We hope you will join us.
Hi, my name is Leah, and I'm a nurse practitioner with the street medicine team.
I'm Jessica, I'm a nurse with the street medicine team.
Shannon, a health worker with the street medicine. So we have a clinic, and it is called All Love, and it is a safe space for cis women, trans folks, non-binary people to come and access primary health care, addiction medicine, and mental health services.
We see unhoused people, which are people living on the streets, living in shelters, or doubling up, sleeping on a couch, or something.
Our clinic hours are every Tuesday from 8:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. And that is at 50 Ivy Street, the old Tom Woodell building. You can come and access care. We hope to see you there.
I'm not getting off work.
Hi. Hopefully during this epidemic, everyone is staying safe by wearing face covering, staying 6 feet distance, and washing your hands as much as possible. I would like to take this time to thank MHSA with the Department of Public Health for this invitation. My name is Candy. My pronoun is she and her. I am a residential manager for Health Right 360. Health Right 360 is a family of collaborative programs. We are built on diversity in healthcare. Health Right 360 offers a number of services within Northern and Southern California. We offer residential treatment programs. We offer outpatient services. We offer detox services. We also offer family services. We offer services for women with infants. Health Right 360 also offers transitional housing program for those that are HIV positive. During this epidemic, Health Right 360 offers COVID testing and vaccine for all staff and all clients. Our motto is to get better, do better, be better. Our mission is to give hope, build health, and change lives for those that are in need. We do this by providing compassionate and integrated care. Thank you for your time.
That's great. There's a lot of information there. I want to thank Lauren and Candy. I see you're in our audience today. I'm really glad that HR 360 is offering up COVID tests as well as vaccines. It's always good to know exactly where to go. And when I first came to San Francisco many years ago, back in like the 80s, looking for services out here was like impossible. Back then, we also had to use the phone book. Everything's so much easier now that they have .coms and .nets.
All those fingers that have touched that phone book. Oh no. Mm-mm.
That was a long time ago. I don't think anybody has a phone book anymore. And they still try to get advertising for it. That's sad.
But do they have an Instagram?
Well, you know what? If they had an Instagram, I think they could reach a lot more people. I do believe that graphics really does affect everything. I also sort of want to just do like a really cute shout out, I guess, in a way, to PRC, really showing how, or sharing with how trans representation matters to all the agencies we're spotlighting today. It's very important, like organizations like PRC is out there, not to mention Hot Teams. Hot Teams is like a great
Absolutely.
organization. And it's a big thing happening in our community today.
Yeah, we are very lucky to have the Hot Team, very, very much at the forefront of some of the most difficult situations that are happening in our city. So thank you, Hot Team. They're located at 50 Ivy, and they provide medical services to all that are housing challenged. So make sure to check them out.
Yes. All right. Are we ready for some more performances? we have quite a few lined up. That's actually really fun. There's from the House of Good are Kylie Minono. There is Ming Munro from the House of Munro, and then there's L'Oreal. Should we get to it?
Let's do it.
Thank you.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Who's on the mountain? You blow through here. The music goes round and round. Oh, 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 oh. We meet and the angels sing. The angels sing the sweetest song I ever heard. Ba bo bo ba brin di di drin di di drin di di. Be steady diddle diddle dee, booby diddle diddle dee, booby diddle dee, diddle dee, diddle dee. Ba bo ba ba brin drin do ba ba be briddy ba be ba be. Ba ba do 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 da. Boy do 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 do. Study you don't, spinning you don't, spinning you don't do. Spinning you don't, spinning you don't, spinning you don't do. Day delight and I want to go home. Mama, look at Boo Boo Day, shut your mouth, go away. Mama, look at Boo Boo Da, hush your mouth, go away. When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. Ah, hee, ha, hee, how do you do, dee, da, hee, ha, hee, ha, hee, how do you, dee, da, hee, ha.
All right. Those performances were great. But you know what?
Yes.
It brings up a question for me. I didn't see anybody say it in the chat, but it brings up a question. You know, we all know that Kylie Minono is a scat queen. That is true. But one of the things that we don't know is, did you see that door she was beside with the lock on it? Like, who is behind there? I think I, I think we should have a poll and find out who's behind that.
Yes, we love audience participation. So please get in that chat box. Let us know what you think.
Yeah, come on, Mateo. Come on, tell us
Yeah.
what you think. Melanie, Stephen.
Mhm.
You know, and I had no idea in Ming's number that all of a sudden Mad Dog 2020 was going to break out. So that was a bit of a surprise.
Yep. And L'Oreal, wow. I've had the honor of working with her on Transgender Visibility, which we are airing tonight at 5 o'clock. So tune in for that. But she works at Open House as a TGNC liaison, and we've got to work together there. So always happy to see the other side.
Yes, it is. Now remember, everyone, we're live. So if you have a question for us, you have comments, you can always just put it in, and we'll try to answer you as best we could. Please keep them clean.
Mostly.
Mostly. Other than that, I think that are we ready to hear about some of the agencies?
Yeah.
Because I mentioned once before, like Melanie and Stephen are both here, and they're both from Rams. So this is their moment to shine, right?
Yes. Do it.
Hello everybody, my name is Ida. I am the program manager and instructor for the Peer Specialist Mental Health Certificate Program here at RAMS Inc. We are part of the Division of Peer-Based Services, and our program consists of 3 parts: the entry course, the advanced course, and leadership academy. And all of these components are designed to support people who are either currently peer providers, aka peer counselors, peer specialists, there's a lot of different names for them, or people who are interested in becoming peer providers. And a peer is someone who has experience with either mental health challenges and or substance use challenges, who's in a place in their recovery and their wellness where they are ready to give back and support others as they go through their journey and their practices towards wellness. So the entry course is offered twice a year in the fall and in the spring, and the advanced course is offered in the summer and in the fall. And our Leadership Academy is actually a training that anyone can go to. It's once a month on the fourth Friday of the month. And it gives you a chance to sort of dip your toes into the work of a peer provider by giving you a one-off training of 2 to 3 hours about different topics. For example, this month it's about chronic pain and its relation to peer support and mental health challenges that people might have. So if you're interested in any of those different areas, you can email certificate@ramsinc.org. That's certificate@ramsinc.org, and I will add you to the email list. And you can also check us out online at ramsinc.org/peer certificate. So that's RAMS like the animal, inc.org/peer certificate. And then I also just wanted to plug, as part of the larger RAMS division of peer-based services, the RAMS Peer Wellness Center is currently offering lots of virtual groups. There's creative arts, there's dual recovery, there's bingo, there's mindful well-being, animal-assisted therapy, writing for wellness, women's group, men's group, Cantonese support group, and a new group called Black Minds Matter. If you're interested in any of those groups, or there's more that I haven't mentioned, please email stevenleader@ramsinc.org so you can sign up with the schedule and get more information. So that's Steven, STEPHEN, leader, like the word, LEADER, @ramsinc.org. All right, I hope to either see y'all in the program or in one of these groups. Take care. Bye.
Hi everybody, my name is Michael and I am a peer counselor and I'm here representing RAMS, Richmond Area Multi-Services, and their peer division. Today I'm going to talk about 2 specific programs, both of which I actually had part in being involved with. And I'm going to read some stuff and then I'm going to tell you a little bit about the program and how much it means to me. First off is the Wellness in the Streets team. It is a Mental Health Services Act Innovations project. It's a team of peer counselors offering low barrier peer support to unhoused individuals during the COVID-19 pandemic. The team is deployed to also work with guests in shelter-in-place hotels, providing emotional support and resource linkage over the phone and in person to reduce isolation and foster community connection. I worked closely with this team. I was part of the shelter-in-place telehealth program. I was working in a clinic, and then when COVID-19 hit, I quickly, my position with RAMS evolved into one of making wellness calls. And Wellness in the Streets, WITS, was actually the team that would actually go out and meet these people that we talked to in the shelter-in-place hotels one-on-one. So great program, and really meeting the clients where they're at and helping them through this hard time, and also showing support to some of our most marginalized community. Also, the other program that I'm actually currently working on right now is the Street Crisis Response Team. The Street Crisis Response Team just started in November, and I'll read a little something and then I'll tell you what my role is on the team. San Francisco's first Street Crisis Response Team is a pilot program designed to help people experiencing mental health and substance use crisis on the streets. The team launched in November 2020 and will provide citywide 24/7 services by the summer of 2021. Each team includes a community paramedic, one behavioral health clinician, like a psychologist or a social worker, and one behavioral health peer specialist, someone who has lived experience and included homelessness and behavioral health needs, and who's in recovery. We work together to de-escalate or calm down any crisis that happens in the street. Right now, I'm actually part of this team, and I'm actually the peer counselor on the team. We go out and we answer 911 calls for homeless people in the community experiencing a crisis. It's really great. I myself have experienced homelessness. I also am in recovery and have a history of substance use. So this project means so much to me. It's really great to start to answer these 911 calls for people that are experiencing a crisis, so police don't have to. We also work in partnership with the police. You can call 911 to engage with the street crisis response team for adults in public spaces who are nonviolent, who don't have weapons, and who are showing signs of behavioral health crisis. For example, they are visibly upset, talking, yelling to themselves. So that's actually how you can get in touch with us. You can call 911 and you can actually request the street crisis response team. It means so much for me to be here and to bring what I do to all of you. And I hope that you have a blessed day and take care.
Hello, my name is Akira Jackson. I'm the Executive Director of the Transgender Advocates for Justice and Accountability, TAJA's Coalition. And TAJA Coalition is a 501c3 nonprofit corporation that was incorporated in September of 2020. TAJA was initially organized in response to the brutal murder of a trans woman of color and resident of San Francisco, TAJA Gabriela de Jesus, in 2015. Since then, TAJA's Coalition has dedicated its mission in addressing systems of oppression by not only calling out to those who perpetuate acts of violence, but to hold them accountable. The vision of TAJA's Coalition is safety for trans women in a world free of the prison industrial complex and state violence. Trans people are 18 times more likely to be homeless. In addition to being homeless, there are other barriers and issues that impede access to existing public housing services. 70% of trans people experience harassment in shelters. Oftentimes, these issues occur in facilities where staff misgender, trans, and gender nonconforming people due to lack of training, implicit biases, and social stigma. Furthermore, the impact of COVID-19 has added more adverse effects to the trans and gender nonconforming community, which definitely puts us further at risk of losing our housing. Yet even before the onset of the coronavirus, the transgender community at large has always experienced adverse effects due to systemic and systematic prejudice. TAJA's Coalition has developed strategies to create access to vital services in order to offset the disparity of the transgender nonconforming community. We facilitate a constant stream of rapid response services to TGNC individuals experiencing hardships during these uncertain times. Our services include, but are not just limited to, housing, food security, service linkage, and referrals. Recently, TAJA's implemented the TGNC Task Force, which operates in partnership with our community organizational leaders to ensure continuous accountability and inclusion. The TGNC Task Force will develop a strategic plan to make public housing safe and inclusive of our community members. TAJA's will continue to assist in providing our expertise in order to encourage more impactful solutions so that we can sustain the integrity that drives our mission, which is to get trans and gender nonconforming folk housed, keep them housed, and improve housing services. Thank you.
Welcome back, everyone. Akira Jackson. I've had the opportunity to see her around for the last couple of years, and every time she walks in the room, I'm just like, my face lights up. She's just has that magic, and a huge congratulations is in order because she became her own 501c3. That is a very long, hard, expensive process. So shout out to Akira for that. And also a shout out to Tracy Helton, who's in the audience. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate all of the advocacy you do for the trans community. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. That's so awesome. Every time I see Akira, she just blows me away. Just not only being a beautiful person, but being beautiful physically as well. It's just so awesome. I'd also like to thank Ida and Michael for their part for RAM. I will have to agree with Kylie Minono. That shirt for the win, absolutely.
I was like, I need to go change. I'll be right back.
Right now, for those who don't know, Michael is also MGM Grand and is a former Grand Duchess here in San Francisco. But she is so addicted to animal prints. As you could see in that shirt, it wasn't just one, it was like 2 prints. And if she could have managed it, I'm sure she would have worked in something else. Oh, she's so funny. I love that. But you know what? I want to talk a little bit about the street crisis team, because their work is actually really great here in San Francisco, because there's so many times that we actually see when police arrive into a situation that police really shouldn't be there for. You know what I mean? Like sometimes with unsheltered people, it doesn't have to escalate to a point of calling the police. So I find it a very important thing. As a matter of fact, it's so important that at UCSF they've started a new program that they're going to be doing a very similar thing. So rather than calling like security that currently is UCSF, they're going to be calling like behavioral specialists, peer counselors that can come in and de-escalate situations. So I see this as a big benefit for the community, and I think that something like this is something that I think that since UCSF is sort of like implementing it themselves, I think that maybe other cities will continue to grow and do very, very similar things.
Yeah, we are also getting a new crisis team in the Castro as well. So excited to see this happening, not just in one place or 2 places, but it seems to be becoming the norm, and that is a huge win for us.
Yes, I also see Peter Murphy is actually in the house, and I believe Peter runs the BIPOC. So I wanna find out more information about that. So shout out to Peter.
Hey, Peter.
Are we ready for some more performers? Who are they?
Yes.
Tell us about them.
We have Seoni. We have Naya from Asia SF, who is so stunningly beautiful. Sometimes I can't even talk to her. It's painful. And then we also have Bobby Friday, who's a Bay Area entertainer and host of Tits Up Drag Brunch. Let's watch them.
Wait, just a moment. Wait. So you're saying that Naya is so beautiful you can barely speak to her, but you talk to me all the time? Oh, the rudeness. Let's go ahead and play these videos.
Tell me why I get this feeling that you ain't wanna turn me on. Tell me why I get this feeling that you ain't wanna make me yours. Cause I see you trying, subliminally trying to see if I'm gonna be the one to say you're wrong. I admit it's exciting, parts of me gonna like it, but before I lead you on, baby, tell me what's your motive? What's your motive? What's your motive? So tell me what's your motive? What's your motive? What's your motive? I could cut bullshit out from a mile away. Don't say you want me if you can't keep coming back for me. Might have to curb you if you just can't talk straight. Just say what you mean, cause you might get it. Cause I see you trying, subliminally trying to see if I'm gonna be the one to say you're wrong. I admit it's exciting, but to me gonna like it. But before I lead you on, tell me what's your motive? What's your motive? What's your motive? So tell me what's your motive? What's your motive? What's your motive? Yeah, hey. You treat me like gold, baby. Now you wanna spoil me? Did you want a trophy or you wanna sport me, baby? Want me on your neck, cause you wanted respect, cause you fighting some war, baby. Well, I had to bring the fists out, had to put a wall up, but don't trust phonies, baby. Yeah, you gotta tell me what's your motive, baby. Cause you got your candy on your arm, no need To sugarcoat a lie, say what you want. I need it. I broke on a 5G. Can you promise me you'll bring it all tonight? Cause I need you to be wise. Tell me everything that's on your mind. Come on.
What's your motive? What's your motive? What's your motive? What's your so tell me what's your motive? What's your motive? What's your motive? What's your motive? Yeah.
Underneath the city lights, there is a world few know about, where rules don't apply, no, and you can't keep a good girl down. Club looking for a good time, gonna make that shake that money on a dime. Don't need a sugar daddy, she can work it just fine. Up on the table, she'll be dancing all night. All night, baby, don't just come to life. Under the spotlight, all the girls wanna fall in line. We say, hey, here come the ladies, got to give a little show. Hey, here go the boys, you gotta show a little more. Show me how you finesse. Get it up, get it up, won't let you rest. Get it up, this is not a test. Get it up, gotta give me your best. So get your ass up, show me how you finesse. A little bit of naughty, it's a little bit nice. She's a whole lot of glam, sweat, sugar, sex, spice. Shimmy, shimmy, strut, strut, give a little what up on the table, she'll be dancing all night. All night, everybody just comes alive under the spotlight. All the boys wanna fall behind. We say, here come the ladies, about to give a little show. Here go the boys, you gotta show a little more. Get it up, don't know what you rest. Get it up, it's not a test. Get it up, gotta give me your best. So get your ass up, show me how you finesse. Get it up, won't let you rest. Get it up, it's not a test. Get it up, gotta give me your best. So get your ass up, show me how you finesse.
Okay, girls, let's show them how it's done. It ain't over till we say, and we've only just begun.
Let me hear you say, yeah.
That was fantastic. I love how Sienna Gray can just sort of like sit there and just give you everything without without having to do, there's a tendency in drag these days to primarily do like a lot of stunts and things like that. But sometimes it's just that lip sync that you can serve that really grabs you. So could you tell us how you felt while you were watching Naya?
No comment. I I don't know. I don't know if I can address that question.
Well, do you want to
Wow.
tell us a little bit about Naya for those people who don't know?
Naya is amazing. Naya works she just first of all, let's talk about her being on the Human Rights Commission, and being a amazing ally for us. There's not a lot of trans representation in City Hall, so it is lovely to see someone who is so smart and dedicated to community in that role.
Yeah, that's actually a really fun role too. I was a part of it like almost like I would like to say maybe about 10 years ago. And it was really fun to be a part of the HRC for that. But you know what? Let's also talk about Bobby Friday for just a moment. Now, for those who don't know, Bobby does all that hair. So if you're looking for bigger, bigger, gigantic hair, Bobby is the resource and place to go. And I know that me and Bionka and who else? Oh, and MGM have all performed at her brunch show that happens, I believe, the first weekend of the month each month. So if you're looking for a brunch show to go to, that's one that's really fun. I would say it, but it sounds like
Putting that in the calendar now.
What's the name of it? I don't want to say it. It's obscene. But it's a drag brunch. It's a drag brunch. You can find it. All right. Just so everybody knows, there's a poll sort of evaluation thing that's going to happen towards the end. We're going to give you an email, which you just send it that email requesting it, and then we'll send you out an evaluation form, and you can tell us what you think of the presentation, of all the information you're receiving today, and you can have additional comments if you want.
Yeah, and we want to just take a second to mention that as of April 1st, all folks 50 and older are going to be eligible for the vaccine. And then starting April 15th, everyone 16 and older. So let's get vaccinated. I am very lucky. I feel so relieved that I have received my second dose. And I'm looking forward to days when we can get all sweaty on a dance floor together. I've been missing that. So get that vaccine so we can get back to the dance floor.
Yeah, I got my vaccine a while ago, so now I'm past that cutoff, because they say that you're not really completely vaccinated until like 2 weeks later and everything. And like it was really nice. At the same time, it was also sort of like one of those weird things, because like the Native American Health Center here in San Francisco were giving injections for the Native American population here, and then when they said, "Oh yeah, we have it within your age range," I was like, "Way to call me out, thanks."
Wow. AARP is coming next.
Oh, you're so young still. I got AARP a while ago.
You look so good.
Oh, well, thank you. But Naya, not Naya good, right? Not Naya good. Are we about to watch something now?
Yes, let's watch some things.
Let's watch the vaccine info video, right?
Yep.
All right, let's go.
This virus affects Black people. It hits us more harshly than non-Blacks. Just knowing that it's, if as a Black person you get COVID, your chances of dying are greater than if you're a white person. That's tough. That is not easy to swallow. So if there is something that we can do to prevent that, and that's what this vaccine is, we've been praying for a vaccine, we have to take it.
This vaccine is how we end the racial disparities in COVID. If we vaccinate at high rates, the high rates that we should, we will start to diminish our rates of infection and our rates of death. It's absolutely reasonable to have hesitation about the vaccine because there have been injustices done to our communities since this country was founded. Everybody thinks about Tuskegee. We can't allow them to harm us in the year 2021 because we're scared to get the vaccine because of the evil things they did back then, because then they win. There were over 3,000 people who were Black in the Pfizer trial. They recruited our community because they wanted to show us that the vaccine was going to be effective for us, and that was very important.
I actually know some people who were in the study, in the trials, who I trust. One of them was an attorney that I worked with in the past.
One of the people who was at the helm of the Pfizer vaccine trial trained with me here at Jackson Memorial Hospital, Dr. Ryan Karsner. And I trust Ryan. I trust the career scientists and physicians at the FDA to make the right decision. These vaccines are safe, beyond effective. I mean, 95% efficacy is like nothing that we have seen other than the measles shot.
And I think one of the other reasons why we trust it is that every other vaccine, you get a dead or weakened virus administered. So you actually get the real virus in you. Flu vaccine, rubella, mumps, all of the vaccines, polio, everything. With this one, there is no live virus. The vaccine, it's a messenger RNA that they attach the message to that goes in and, help us develop antibodies. This messenger RNA process, scientists have been working on that for decades. I mean, I went to nursing school way back when, and we talked about messenger RNA then. So that's another reason why we trust it. Let's just be frank here. Everybody's taking it, and it's the same vaccine. We take it out of the fridge, and we don't know who you are. When you show up, it's taken out and thawed out, and there, and the next person in line is the next vaccine that we pull.
It's all equal here. Everybody's getting the same. Everybody's getting the best. I'm very happy that our community has the opportunity to get that vaccine here, regardless of race, gender, sexual orientation, or anything, creed, nationality. As Black Americans, we have much higher rates of diabetes and high blood pressure. All the more reason for all of us to get vaccinated.
What are the alternatives to not taking this vaccine? The alternatives are the potential of getting a deadly virus that you could get it and you might be totally fine, but you could actually give it to your mother, your sister, your brother, your neighbor, your auntie, someone, your child, and they might not be fine.
And that's not something that I think anybody wants to live with, is being the person who transmitted to COVID to their parents and killed them.
Even if they don't die, but they're left without a limb, we've had people lose their arms, legs, fingers. They have a stroke and can no longer talk, walk, see. And it's all because you carried it to them and you had an opportunity to prevent it. I don't think I can ever do a talk and not address the mass social distancing and all the safety things that we need to put in place. I hear a lot of people say, well, I have mask fatigue and I'm tired of the mask. We have to wear the mask, wash our hands, and social distance, even with the vaccine. Because until we get a certain number, and the number I'm hearing is 80%, of the world, of the country, of your community being vaccinated and immune, we're still going to be having this struggle, because something we don't know yet, even though somebody is vaccinated and immune, you might not get the virus, but you might be able to still carry it to someone else.
This vaccine is safe, it is effective, and this is our only way out of the pandemic, and I highly recommend, particularly Black and brown people, to get it. And white people, I'm sorry. When things are safe again, hopefully Christmas 2021, I can't wait to be with my sister and her kids and her family and my dad, all opening presents together.
I am so longing to hug my mother and my grandkids and my kids.
We're on our way to the end of this pandemic, but people have to take the shot.
Well, that was an informative video. What do you think?
Well, what I think is like it's a great video because of the idea of peer advocacy. Peer advocacy is so important in so many different things that we do, especially things that really help the community. I mean, they started off and they were talking about the Tuskegee experiments, which actually went all the way up until 1972, which is very frightening when you think about it, because you think of 1972 as having already went through civil rights and everything else, and that was like supposedly a different time period from when it started back in 1932. So you would have think so much changed. But I think that this video is something that is very important, because peer advocacy, I think, is like when you see people of your own community being able to communicate with you, and let you know what is safe and what's not. It's very, very important. And I think that sometimes we fall behind just a little bit, because sometimes we put too much, I don't know if it's pressure or too much focus on entertainers quite often to give that information. But here you see like professionals in the field being able to give good feedback, and I think that's a wonderful thing. I love peer advocacy. It changes the scope of everything. But speaking of changing the scope of everything, did you know that Lauren wants to sweat with you on the dance floor?
Oh, I can't wait for that, Lauren. Well, going this show. So besides Bionka's tush, which is numb, which we were just text messaged, we have some exciting news about how there is now priority COVID-19 vaccines for eligible members of the TNDC community. You can reach out to Parivar or to Strut at the San Francisco AIDS Foundation to learn more about that.
Yes, thank you. That is so great. Okay, let's go back and let's listen to some more agencies and see what they're doing.
All right.
It Takes Two, T2. A couple study for transgender women and their main sex partners. It Takes Two is a 1-year prospective randomized controlled trial to test the efficacy of a 4 sessions couple-focused HIV prevention counseling intervention aimed at increasing communication and reducing HIV risk as compared to standards of care control condition. The target population, the number is 100 couples, transgender women and their main primary sex partners of any gender. The inclusion criteria to be part of this study: they need to be 18 years and older. At least one of the partners must be a transgender woman in primary sexual partnership for at least 3 months. Our study requires different types of visits. The first visit that we have is the screening part, that is over the phone or in person, and is doing during the recruitment part of this study. This intervention takes around 45 to 60 minutes long. People that complete all these requirements gonna go to the second stage, that will be the enrollment visit. This visit takes around 60 to 90 minutes. Then if they have all these requirements, then we're gonna go to the third stage of this study. That is our quarterly follow-up visits. This visit takes around 60 minutes. The total compensation, if they attend to all studied visits, are as follows. If they are assigned to the control group, they will get $320 per person, or $640 for couples. If they are assigned to the intervention group, they're going to have $380 per person and $760 per couple. T2 in the pandemic of COVID-19. The T2 couple study has been following the UCSF rules, regulations, and recommendations. To see if you may be eligible, please call to 415-741-9643 and ask for assist or Z. Or you can dial 415-794-1712 and ask for Carla. Our T2 study follows the recommendations of the Community Advisory Board. We have one of the most popular and important members in our CAB meeting from the community. People that has the most knowledge about the infection and about what are the situations that we deal on the transgender community. Thank you very much to listen for our presentation, and we hope that you can call us or refer anyone that you know that has a partnership with a transgender woman and they are in a relationship for 3 months or over. If you have any questions, please call to the contact information that I provide on the slides before.
Hey there, my name is Juniper Yoon. I am the Program Associate at the Transgender District of San Francisco. Founded in 2017 by 3 Black transgender women, our organization is the world's first legally recognized locale dedicated to those of the transgender, gender nonconforming, and intersex experience. Our work spans 7 different programmatic areas: tenant protections, economic and workforce development, arts and culture, cultural heritage conservation, cultural competency, land use, and trans empowerment. From our recent housing opportunities for trans tenants program, HOT, to our COVID testing activations, to upcoming public awareness campaigns, the district pushes forward positive change to impact our communities in real and actionable ways. We partner with local, national, and international organizations to provide sustainable and equitable opportunities for the TGNC community, particularly those who are BIPOC identified. We have an upcoming COVID testing activation slotted for March 10th in our district. Stay safe and see you then. And to get involved and to learn more about our district, feel free to head to our website at transgenderdistrictsf.com, or feel free to hit us up on Instagram at Transgender District.
Wow. Have you seen the Transgender District's new billboards downtown? They are incredible.
Oh, tell us about it. Now, you're very actively involved with the Transgender District, right? So,
yeah,
so can you
I'm
give us some inside information.
I'm a super fan. I'm a super fan.
What's new? What's happening? I want secret information.
Well, they launched a new small business incubator program, which is really exciting. We need more trans business owners. Jojo Tai who I am in the process of opening a cafe with, along with some other amazing community members, recently went through their incubator program. And so from that, we were able to have a website, we were able to create a logo, sort of they gave all the tools you need to get going. So I'm so impressed with the ways in which they are finding to uplift the community.
Well, I don't know if you would know this, but I'm going to ask the question anyway. Do you think that this is the first transgender district in the world, or?
It is.
It is? It is the first
It is.
one? That's even
the first legally recognized.
That's
How
amazing.
incredible, right?
That's amazing. And have you been a part of this from like the very start?
Peripherally, yeah. The first time I ever went into the Board of Supervisors chambers was because Honey Mahogany asked me to come speak on behalf of the district. And I was like, who let me in here? This place is not for me. I was like in a t-shirt and like acid wash jeans. And I walked up to the microphone and I was like, you know, and I was so nervous, but I was like, this is really, really important. We don't have a place anywhere in the world that's like, this is ours. And every time I walk through downtown and I see the trans flags on the pole, I'm like, I'm home. And that is a beautiful feeling.
Yeah, I think your experience is important to us because, you know, I think a lot of people, that's how they feel. They feel like they don't have a voice to voice what matters to them. And going into that chamber and being able to do that is really incredible. And I think that a lot of people though have that same feeling that you had initially, which was, I don't know, I'm not the right person, you know, I'm not dressed for this. How do you dress for the chamber and things like that. But if you always doubt it, then you never have your voice. So thank you for having your voice and giving that to everybody.
Wow.
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to give you a compliment.
Oh no. I interrupted, now it's gone.
No, it's we're really lucky in San Francisco to have so many amazing folks who've been doing this work for a really long time, who take the time and the effort, you know, to call in and to educate. And I'm really, it's an honor to be here with you today. And those lashes.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. You know what? It's also really, really, really great for me to look and see all of my friends that are heavily involved in this work. I mean, I didn't realize Carla was a part of It Takes Two from UCSF, and I think that's a great program. So it's nice to also get enlightened. I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying seeing what my friends do, because like my life is rather boring, because like what I do for UCSF is primarily sit around typing all day, doing spreadsheets, because that's my life, is a financial analyst. So that's what I do.
Wow. Dual monitors.
I do. I'm not crazy like some people. I only have 3 huge monitors. I can't do 4. 4 is a little bit too much for my table, you know.
Wow. I heard a story that you got into drag so that you could get into bars early. Is this true?
Oh my God, you have read my backstory. This is absolutely true. Actually, me and my friend Alicia at the time, we would we would put on the hair, not the hair. We had our own hair back then. We had big long hair, so we would put on the makeup and we'd go to a lot of straight clubs. And you know what? One of the things that I will say is I was the best driver in the world during that time, because we had altered our license and we didn't want to get caught. So we had all that's back during the day where they used to just have like a really thin sheet of plastic over it. So we peeled it back and then we changed it and then we ironed it. And after that, I was always scared that a policeman was going to stop me. I wasn't sure what to do if that took place.
Well, I have one more very serious question for you.
Okay.
Is it true that in 1972 is when you started burning your bra?
I think that's a vicious rumor. That is a very vicious rumor. But I will also not deny that I was alive during that time.
I wish I could have seen it.
Oh, no. Wait, you were born in what? Like, I'm not even sure.
I can't say this on camera.
Oh, so it's a switcheroo. Gentlemen never tell you their ages.
Never ask a lady her age, right? That's the rule.
Yes. Never ask a lady her age. But you know what? You get to a point where you're just like, I'll tell everybody, but I'm not at that point yet. So that is going to be a secret that I keep.
Well, we have some more stuff to watch, don't we?
Yeah, we're gonna have some more fun performers. So far, I've enjoyed all the performances coming up. So I hope they all stick to the same standard. So who's coming up?
Well, we have Kipper Snacks and the stunning, the legendary Landa Lakes as well. And our host for today, or our organizer for today, the one and only Bionka Simone.
All right. Ooh. This is the
ready?
That brunch show I was talking about earlier.
Yes.
All right, let's get to it.
Señora, mis skippers, snack, aplauso.
Falling into you, baby. Even electricity can't compare to what I feel when I'm with you. Oh, baby, giving up my ghost for you. Now I'm see-through. You give me a feeling so strong. I know you've been treating yourself wrong. So let me care for you. Oh, baby, I'ma love you differently. I'll give you electricity, give it to you. And even if I could, I wouldn't turn on you. And I would stop the world for you. You know I wanna let you know I'll never let this feeling go. This love has no ceiling, I cannot deny. Even if I could, I wouldn't turn on you. And I would stop the world for you. And I wanna let you know I'll never let the feeling go. This love has no ceiling, I cannot deny. All I see is you lately. Wide awake and in my dreams, I see your face so vividly. Don't know what I do. Ooh, baby, if you only saw a friend in me, I'd be bittersweet. You give me a feeling so strong. I know you've been treating yourself wrong. So let me care for you. Ooh, baby, I'ma love you differently. I'll give you electricity, give it to you. And even if I could, I wouldn't turn on you. And I would stop the world for you. You know I wanna let you know I'll never let this feeling go. This love has no ceiling, I cannot deny. Even if I could, I wouldn't turn on you. And I would stop the world for you. And I wanna let you know I'll never let the feeling go. This love has no ceiling, I cannot deny. I feel electric, baby, so electric, baby. Wanna let you know. I think I'm ready, baby. Think I'm ready now. Electricity, I'm falling into you. Think electric, baby, so electric, baby. Wanna let you know. I think I'm ready, baby. Think I'm ready now. Electricity, I'm flowing into you. Even if I could, I wouldn't turn on you. And I would stop the world for you. You know I wanna let you know.
I try to discover a little something to make me sweeter. Oh baby, refrain from breaking my heart. I'm so in love with you. I'll be forever blue. That you give me no reason why you make me work so hard. That you give me no, that you give me no, that you give me no, that you give me no soul. I hear you calling, oh baby. Give a little respect to And if I should falter, would you open your arms out to me? We can make love not war and live in peace with our hearts. I'm so in love with you. I'll be forever blue. Why the religion or reason to drive a man to forsake his lover? Don't you tell me no, don't you tell me no, don't you tell me no, don't you tell me no soul. I hear you calling, oh baby. Give a little respect I'm so in love with you. I'll be forever blue. That you give me no reason. You know you're making me work so hard. That you give me no, that you give me no, that you give me no, that you give me no soul. I hear you calling, oh baby. Give a little respect to I hear you calling, oh baby. Give a little respect
One, two, three, four. Close your eyes and let it go. When the hesitation's gone, no counting anymore. 5, 6, 7, 8. There's no need to be afraid. Maybe you're wondering how, but soon you'll figure it out. So count 2, 3. Tell me what you feel. Tell me what you're thinking. I'm here just to set you free. Just to set you free. Just to set you free. Come to me when you're crying. I will wipe off your tears. Come to me when you feel you're slowly drowning. I'm here just to set you free. Just to set you free. I'm here just to set you free. Just to set you free. One, two, three. here just to set you free. You, 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 just to set you free. I'm here just to set you free. Just to set you free.
Need to fan myself after those. Wow, did you see those eyes?
Right? I agree with Vanilla Goddess, right? Goddess. And speaking of goddesses, you know what? I also want to let everybody know that behind the scenes tonight, we have both Bionka and Sky both working it really hard. And I want to say a shout out to them because they're fantastic. And even behind that, we have Gwen as well. So we have a great team working with us today. And let's go back again to Kipper. She was performing, that was Aunt Charlie's, right? So
Yes.
that's one of the oldest bars there in the Transgender Cultural District.
It is. They've done 2 successful GoFundMes, so I'm hoping they're going to be able to ride out this this pandemic, because that is a legendary and important space. Hot Box Girls on Sundays.
Well, for us in the Ducal Court, you know, that's sort of like our home bar. That's where we go and we raise money. And you know what's really funny about that is you can go to places like Bo or some other places in like the Castro and do a fundraiser and not make as much as you would in Aunt Charlie's. And I think a lot of that has to do with just the fact that, you know, when you're in a place like Aunt Charlie's and everything, people are there and they're having a good time. And it's not about sights and sounds. It's about heart, and that's one of the things that I love about Aunt Charlie's is, you know, you can go there and dress how you will. You're not there to impress anybody. You know, go and dress as you will, and it's a great place to just be comfortable. So when it opens back up, I encourage everybody to go and enjoy. And if you want to catch us on a Sunday, the Ducal Court is usually there on most Sundays. You can always catch a fundraiser and give back to the community.
I can't wait for that. But let's also talk about your video.
That video, it was for, I originally made that for an 80s, sort of like an 80s tribute. And Erasure is the music from the Innocence album. I love that so much. I used to play that all the time back in the 80s. It was one of my favorite things.
That face melting. I was like, wow. So good. So good. Well, we have some more videos for you. Are you ready, Landa?
I am, but I just want to say one other thing. You know,
okay, one other thing. Just one other.
You know, just one. You know, I think that a lot of times when people see Bionka perform live and everything, they're like, oh, she's really serving you body. But this was a chance for Bionka to really come out and serve you face. And she served it. She gave it to you. She took a bath. And it was great, right?
Yep, we all need a bath after that.
Right. All right.
Love you, Bionka.
Love you. Okay, let's go on to our agencies.
Hi, everybody. My name is Andrea Horne, and I work at the Curry Senior Center in San Francisco's Tenderloin. We're right in the heart of the Tenderloin. I myself am the program specialist for things transgender. And we have a clinic attached, there's case management, and any referrals that you need, I can help you with. We have a weekly support group called Ageless for mature trans people, and gender nonconforming, as well as people with disabilities. So we welcome you to come to see us at Curry Senior Center. My email address is ahorne, Horne, at curryseniorcenter.org. And my phone number is 415-508-8103. So again, my name is Andrea. I welcome you to contact me. And if you're a gender nonconforming person, I will be here for you. So thank you, I love you, and I wish us all the best. And get your COVID vaccine if you haven't, so that we can all stay healthy and get back to normal life. Thank you.
Hi, my name is James Baker, and I am one of the owners of Monarch Clean and Supportive Living Homes. We are a network of sober living. We are LGBTQ owned and operated, and we have homes in San Francisco, Sacramento, and Davis. And we are absolutely honored and thrilled to be part of the Transgender Health Initiative, as we know how important it is to include everyone in health and community. And we are finally getting that recognition from the top layers of our government down to here, us on the street. So if you have any interest in sober living, if you have any questions or looking for more resources in recovery, feel free to look us up. You can find us at monarchsoberhomes.com. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Billy Lemon, and I am the Executive Director of the Castro Country Club, and I get to tell you about a little bit about one of our program activities, which is workforce development. So as you notice, I am standing here in what appears to be a Pete's Cafe, and that is the way we offer workforce development to some of our volunteers. We are a small nonprofit in the Castro that serves the recovery community, and what we've noticed is that folks, when they decide to change their behavior around substances, they may decide that they want to do a track of harm reduction, or they just may want to be abstinent from all substances. We've found that one way we can help the community is allow them the opportunity to volunteer in a real world work setting and get their feet wet again before they dive into the workforce. So what we do is we provide training and support to become a barista. Now that doesn't mean that you're going to be a barista for the rest of your life. That may mean that you're not even going to be a barista at all. But what we've found is putting folks in a setting where they can get their feet wet and they can learn some new skills, build community, and show up for themselves. It's a really great way to retrain folks when they're forming new habits. So, if you are interested at all in maybe getting your feet wet here at the Castro Country Club and stepping in as a volunteer, and maybe getting some certification and learning how to make a espresso or a cappuccino, then come on by. We also are fortunate enough to be partnered with Positive Resource Center, and my good friend Lauren, I think, is going to be sharing on PRC later in the health fair. We offer wraparound services for employment services with PRC. So we have a whole range of opportunities for folks, and if you need more information, you can come by and see me. Come to the counter here, ask for Billy, or you can also come to the counter and ask for Brandon. He's my manager, and we'll get you started. So thank you for watching. Have a good health fair.
Hi, I'm Catherine Rose. I'm the current reigning Grand Duchess of San Francisco. For the last 47 years, the Grand Ducal Council of San Francisco has engaged in fundraising all over the community, performing and entertaining crowds in order to raise money for underfunded charities that serve our community. As the first openly transgender Grand Duchess, I'm proud to say that the Ducal Court has a long history of providing support for many of the organizations in San Francisco that support and uplift the transgender community. We've been involved in raising money for things like the Transgender Justice Initiative, the Ella para las Translatinas, for organizations like Lyric and St. James Infirmary, for Trans Lifeline, and others, because we're firmly committed to the idea that in upholding and uplifting the voices of the trans members of our community, we uphold the most courageous and most creative of what we are as the LGBTQ community. As a Duchess, I've been pleased to be able to provide an opportunity for many trans voices in the San Francisco community to exercise leadership in the court through performing and entertaining, giving them centered voices so that everybody can hear our experience and learn and grow from the wisdom that transgender people bring to the table. So if you're looking to find organizations that support transgender identity and transgender culture, look no further than the Grand Ducal Council and the marvelous work that they've been doing for so many years. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen today, and I wish you all safety, peace, and love. Take care. Bye-bye.
Hi, my name is Gavin James. I'm the office manager at Lutheran Social Services of Northern California. In San Francisco, LSS provides two primary services that assist nearly 2,000 adults aged 18 years and older and remaining in stable housing. We provide money management services for chronically homeless adults with special needs and case management services for adults, families, and seniors living in supportive housing sites. For the purposes of our presentation to the Trans Fair today, I'm going to focus on our AIDS Financial Services Money Management Program. This is the only program we have that is self-referral. I will also talk about our Support for Seniors program. Our other San Francisco money management and supportive housing programs are not self-referral, and we do not provide housing advocacy, placement, or referrals. I will not be covering these programs today. If you would like more information on supportive housing in San Francisco, I suggest you contact the San Francisco Human Services Agency by going to www.sfhsa.org. Or if you have case management services with another agency, speak to them. Let's start with our AIDS Financial Services. Many of the people living with HIV in San Francisco are homeless or marginally housed. And many have substance use and or mental health issues that make it difficult to maintain stable housing. Our program provides this community with money management and representative payee services to help regain the financial stability necessary to maintain adequate housing. AFS provides the money management and representative payee services that ensure clients' rent will be paid both promptly and accurately. We establish relationships with landlords who, because of a guaranteed rent payment, will open a historically small housing market to clients with previous financial difficulties, made obtaining and maintaining housing nearly impossible. We provide support to clients to help them budget and manage remaining funds after the rent and bills are paid. The AFS program values non-judgmental, culturally competent services with a safe and inviting environment and a customer service approach. AFS is not a rental subsidy program. All the funds we help our clients manage come from each individual's income. Our client's income may be wages, Social Security, disability, general assistance, or other income sources. In order to qualify for this program, an individual must provide a letter of diagnosis, proof of low income, and proof of San Francisco residency. Services are free of charge. Referrals can be made by any city program or agency. This program also takes referrals on a walk-in basis. Our office is located at 191 Golden Gate Avenue in San Francisco, or you can call 415-581-0891, extension 120. That's 415-581-0891, extension 120. Again, this is LSS's only program that accepts self-referrals. The other program that may be of interest to our participants today is LSS Support for Seniors program. This program provides emergency short-time or ongoing partial rental subsidies to low-income seniors 67 or older living in San Francisco County. If this is you or someone you know, please do not contact LSS directly. you must be referred by a case manager or senior support agency. Some of these agencies include Centro Latino de SF, Canon KIP, San Francisco Institute on Aging, 30th Street Senior Center, and Self-Help for the Elderly, or any local agency that provides ongoing case management services to low-income seniors. If you would like more information on LSS of Northern California, please go to www.lssnorcal.org. Thank you.
Hello, I work with the Transgender Pilot Program with Department of Public Health. Our main goal is to work with transgender women of color to instill that they're connected with their medical care. We provide weekly support groups through Zoom at the moment, and we also have a day where we give out lunches. Thank you so much.
That was great. I love how that the TPP put together like that really short video towards the end to promote their own program. It's sort of nice in a way because it's so small and short and everything. It's like, let's not overwhelm everybody, but at the same time, they is that on your profile?
Basically.
Well, if one talk about some of the organizations, I felt like this whole block was primarily about wellness more than anything else. And it was really nice seeing the Ducal Court included. You know, I've been a big part of the San Francisco Ducal Court here, and we've been raising funds for over 47 years, going out into our community, raising funds for and within the community. So it's been really nice to be involved in such a long-lived organization. Oh, pardon me. And something that I wanted to mention too is that, as you saw, Catherine Rose is our current Grand Duchess, and she's actually our first openly trans Grand Duchess to reign here in San Francisco.
That's amazing. Well, I also wanted to mention the Castro Country Club. It's nice to have a sober space in the Castro. They've been there since the 70s. So shout out to their executive director, Billy Lemon.
I love Billy Lemon. He is so great. So if anyone is seeking like a really nice LGBT queer friendly sober space, this is the place to go. They used to have a lot of meetings. Now I think a lot of their meetings are on Zoom, but they're open back up, so you can go out on their patio. You can always volunteer with them. If you want to volunteer with them, just contact them, and they'll be happy to put you behind that barista table, and having you do some good community work. It's always good when you're looking for something to do. Also, when you're in the clean and sober community, you want to be able to do some good things with your time, and that's a great one. But I think that all the organizations that were mentioned actually have really good plans. The Curry organization is a great one.
Yeah, I didn't know much about Curry, so it was a pleasure to see a little bit more about what they do.
Yeah, isn't it nice to not only MC but also absorb all the information that's coming out all at the same time. I love being a part of this because this makes me feel like so connected, and you know, that's what I really wanted when I first came to San Francisco way back when. I wanted this feeling of connectedness, and it's nice that the world has changed, and it's weird that it's during COVID, sheltering in place, where everybody is like feeling a little bit disconnected and a little bit lonely and everything. But there's all these organizations out there, and there's places that we can go, and I think that's fantastic.
Absolutely, and they do a lot of work with elders, so it's nice to see that they are also on Twitch.
Oh,
they have an event once a month.
I thought you were making a reference to me being an elder and therefore needing
not this time
needing extra attention. The Curry Center is for elders LGBT plus.
Yeah, and it's nice to know what Bionka is doing when she's not giving, you know, the body, in the club. I mean, I'm just so impressed. All y'all are doing the most work, and then you can like turn out a look like this. I feel like a slacker.
Oh, well, if you're ever interested in doing a bunch of stuff, I'm sure there's plenty of people out there that is more than willing to help you. I know that Lola is dying to get her hands on you once again.
I've done drag once or twice, but it involves me sitting there and having it done because there's a lot of things, and you need like technique and stuff.
Well, that's what I do with my drag children. Is that quite often how I teach people to paint is very simple. I'll say I'll do one side of your face, you have to do the other. So if I help them paint, they're learning at the same time. I think that's the best way. It's the most practical way. And with the drag, I just have to say that unless you practice a billion times in your bedroom before you go out, you might have to go out with an ugly duckling face. It's just
I could just imagine one side of your face looks great and the other is like kind of melting, like your video earlier. That's probably what it would look like if I did my own makeup. The first time I did drag was for Power Blouse. And I was like, that is not the right way to do drag for the first time. You sit there on a stool and everybody's staring at you and they're plying you with giant pints of whiskey. And then they like yank you backstage behind a curtain, put you in an outfit, put a wig on you, and then they shove you out. And I was like, I don't even know what I look like. Who am I?
Oh, I did not realize that you don't even see what you look like.
Got Juanita Moore. Shady.
That is fun. All right, let's go on and get to our next set of performers.
Yes.
We're gonna see Carla Gay once again, but this time in production mode. We have Amoura Teese coming up, and she's fantastic too. I love her. She does her brunch show all the time in the Castro area. U-Phoria, one of my drag children, and Roxy Cotton Candy, another one of my drag children. So I have two of my daughters in this set.
I love that.
Yeah. So let's
look at this.
Let's go. Let's see what they're bringing. Let's go.
Every day is so wonderful inside of me. Inside of
Thank you. Happy holidays. Filming a video.
Just a small town girl living in a lonely world. She took the midnight train going anywhere. Just a city boy, born and raised in South Detroit. He took the midnight train going anywhere. I see her in a smoky room, a smell of wine and cheap perfume. For a smile they can share the night. It goes on and on and on and on. Strangers waiting up and down the boulevard. Their shadows searching in the night. Streetlight people living just to find emotion, hiding somewhere in the working hard to get my fill. Everybody wants a thrill, paying anything to roll the dice just one more time. Some will win, some will lose. Some are born to sing the blues. Oh, the movie never ends. It goes on and on and on and on. Strangers waiting up and down the boulevard. Their shadows searching in the night. Oh, streetlights, people living just to find emotion, hiding somewhere in the Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. Streetlights, people. Don't stop believing. Hold on. Streetlights, people. Don't
Jeez. My heart.
I wanted to switch gears a bit and talk to you, Chase Strangio, about these recent killings of transgender women across the country. The body of Alicia Walker, a 20-year-old transgender woman missing for almost a year, was recently found in a crude grave in North Carolina. This comes amidst reports of 3 other black transgender women killed in Texas, Michigan, and Arizona. Shade Schuler, whose body was found in a Dallas field. Amber Munro, who was shot and killed in a Detroit park, and Candace Capri, shot dead Tuesday night in Phoenix, Arizona. Now Tamara Dominguez of Kansas City, Missouri, has reportedly become the latest transgender woman murdered, bringing the total number to 17. Dominguez was 17 just this year. Dominguez was run over repeatedly in what's being investigated as a possible hate crime. People are calling this a national crisis.
It absolutely is, and I think, as leaders of the Black Lives Matter movement have made clear, and trans black leaders have also made clear, this is a national crisis. This is a state of emergency for the transgender community, and it's a state of emergency that's disproportionately affecting transgender women of color, and particularly black trans women. And we're living in a moment where we should be incredibly concerned about all of the mechanisms of violence against our community. And state violence includes the violence of police officers, but it also includes all of the ways in which transgender people, particularly transgender women of color, have their lives cut short through systems of discrimination and through the interpersonal violence that leads them to be killed, as these women have been. And it is absolutely devastating, and I hope that, that we don't have to turn on the TV or look on Facebook or Twitter to see another trans woman of color murdered.
Stop the world, turn out the sun. I'm so tired of it turning round. Stop the world, call it leave it all behind, leave it that way. Peace is just a word, it's just a word. Peace is just a word. Yeah. Stop the world, just let it be. Well, we've taken more than everything we need. Stop the world, just shut it
When I get messed up at the party, I make a scene and get upset. But when I wake up in the morning, you bring me breakfast in bed and act like there's nothing to forget. Maybe I should count my blessings that you're just that tight. So call me masochistic, but sometimes I want to fight. Every time I leave, you pull me closer. I hang up the phone, you call me back. Why don't you mess me around like you're supposed to? You're telling me cool cause I'm just wanting you to react.
Hello?
I have just one question for you. Are you ready?
Am I ready for what? Who's this?
Are you ready for this Sunday night when WWE Champ John Cena defends his title in the WWE Super Slam? Right now you can order this awesome pay-per-view event for just $59.99.
I'm sorry, no, there is not any chance in hell that we're ever going to have wrestling in this house again. But thank you, but no. Have a good day.
Maybe I should count my blessings that you're just that tight. So call me masochistic, but sometimes I want to fight.
Hello?
And goodbye to anyone standing in John Cena's way when he takes on 6 men in a steel cage shoots and ladders match at WWE Super Slam. Order now and save $10 with a low price of just $49.99.
Sir, you guys just called me, and as I mentioned before, we're not ordering this, so please stop calling my house. Thank you and goodbye.
Every time I leave, you pull me closer. I hang up the phone, you call me back. Why don't you mess me around like you're supposed to? You're telling me cool cause I'm just wanting you to react.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Champ?
Who?
Champ? Is Champ there?
Who is Champ?
That question will be answered this Sunday night! Cena defends the belt at WWE Super Slam!
Hey, hello? Can you stop screaming in your little sirens and whatever that is? Can you knock it off for 5 seconds? Not interested. Stop calling my fucking house.
Looking for a little confrontation. Now I know the nice guys turn me back. The less you do, the more it makes me crazy. You're telling me cool cause I'm just wanting you to react.
I swear to Jesus, if this is those wrestling again.
Okay, good morning. Hi, I'm just calling this morning to ask if you're a supporter of the United States military.
Oh my God, I apologize. We've been getting calls all morning. I apologize, and yes.
Fantastic.
Yes, I am.
Great. Are you a supporter of the Marine Corps?
Yes, absolutely.
Good.
Absolutely.
Great, because a former decorated member of the United States Marine Corps needs your support.
And his name is John Cena! He's gonna get in the ring and put boots to asses this
Are
weekend!
you kidding me right now?
WWE
Are you kidding me right now? I can't even handle this. I cannot handle this.
Available right now at a low price of only $39.99.
I can't believe you're still calling me. I'm about to lose my...
Every time I leave, you pull me closer. I hang up the phone, you call me back. Why don't you mess me around like you're supposed to? You're telling me cool cause I'm just wanting you to react. Looking for a little confrontation. Now I know the nice guys turn me back. The less you do, the
about to call the police.
Hello. You have a collect call from
John Cena!
Will you accept the charges?
Oh, your mother.
Should I scream?
No.
Wow, your children.
Oh
Your
my God.
children. Wow.
This whole section was actually really great performers. We started off again at Aunt Charlie's with Carla.
Mhm.
That was fantastic. And then we hit the streets with Amoura.
Yep. Walking the streets. Always on Market Streets. Always a good time.
Well, when people say walking the streets, they often mean something different. But in this case, she was performing the streets. She was performing there.
Yeah. Have you actually seen any of, I think it was back in November along Market Street, there was Kinfolks or Kin Streets, which was an amazing photography exhibit that happened along all of the bus stops. And like folks from the Transgender district were there. Yeah, I was excited to see that performance because I didn't know that there was a video portion to that show.
Yeah.
Marcella, so talented.
That was fantastic. Fantastic. U-Phoria, though, that video was very powerful. It was a very powerful video.
Yes.
It's so refreshing to see something, or not refreshing. It's sad. It's a sad video. It's really sad, and it really gets to the root of it, right? And I don't know, that moves me. A lot of times when I see U-Phoria perform, she just moves me in certain ways. It's always impressive the things that she comes up with, but this was one that really touched on this event specifically, you know. And so it was nice. I love U-Phoria's work, and this is just another example of being in tune and in touch.
And
speaking
of
being
how
in touch-
amazing you are
Oh,
for mentoring all of these performers that are
Oh my God.
doing such powerful work.
Well, you know what? I was just glad to be able to end on Roxy's number, which is so hilarious. It's so funny. So it's nice to like end on something that's like really funny and uplifting. Oh my God, my it's good. It's good. It's all good. I also wanted to do a shout out to Amber and to Bo Derek, who's in the audience. I haven't seen Bo Derek in a while, so it's nice. I think the last time I saw Bo Derek, it was like at Divas. So that was like, how many years ago was that? That was quite a while ago now. It feels like it's been a long time.
I miss Divas.
Yeah.
And the stud.
I miss
Any
Divas a
dance
lot.
floor.
Any dance floor, yeah. Well, you and Lauren are ready for that.
We are.
So I want to ask the audience as well as like as well as you, what were your standouts in the whole health fair today? What was something that sort of resonated with you? Was there something that that you didn't know about that all of a sudden you were like, oh, that's great?
I really, I've known Miss Cooper, Miss Billy Cooper, the one and only. She gives the best hugs, I mean, and it's for me, it's like, I got to go way up to get a hug, but she's just like such a magical person. And I've been very honored to get to work with her a little bit in the Castro, but learning a little bit more about trans life and what they do. She's a founder. And so we're so lucky to have somebody that has so much experience that is still so willing to share and give and mentor and to show up. Love Miss Cooper.
Yeah, and SF Community Health, you know what? I became addicted a while back to Trans Thrive because they do like this cooking show like all the time. And I really enjoyed it for a long time. And then I was like, you know what? I cannot continue to grow bigger. I need to refrain from all this dessert making for a while. But I really enjoyed that. One of the things that I also really liked about today was learning about the BIPOC piece, and the mental wellness. I love that, and that's something that I'm going to like want to research after this closes.
Yeah, and gender health. You know, Jenna is she's another person that every time I get the opportunity to listen to her speak, I take it. Just such a wealth of knowledge and so sweet.
Yeah, and lastly, you know, we have so many of these organizations that are peer run and peer started. You know, the startup was from peer organizing, and so we have many like trans people in our city that are basically paving the road for the next generation. And it's always good to know that people are out there making a difference, so that it's much easier for the next generation to come up. I wish my life was easier. So it's funnier. It's really great because, like, you know, we had you know, my nephew came out here, and in Oklahoma the health center isn't as robust as San Francisco. So he was having difficulties just getting tea. So he was having some difficulties. He came out here and he was surprised by all the different things that were available to him. And I think that's something that we should all sort of leave with, is that after watching today, we see all these different things that are available. All you have to do is reach out, and that's the big thing, is you have to reach out. Now,
absolutely.
Speaking of reaching out, we want to talk a little bit more about the transgender pilot program. So coming up pretty soon, we should see a link that you can click and you can go to, so that you can get the, what is it, like a poll or a form?
Survey.
A survey. It's a survey. Okay, they can go ahead and get that survey and fill it out. Evaluation forms are important. Here it is, this survey time. So
I love that little nurse.
Yes, isn't she great?
She's cute.
Ready. She is set. She wants your input. So please give it to us. You can also put some comments down here, but we really want you to fill out that form. We want you to send it back to the Transgender Pilot Program so that they can have your feedback. Email
Fill it out. Do it.
If you just want to email it right now, then it's tppprograms@gmail.com. Really easy, really simple. Send an email. They'll send you back a form. Send it back. Now,
And a reminder that starting April 1st, 50 and plus are eligible for the vaccine, and April 15th, everybody 16 and over. So sign up.
Everybody, yes. And if you're curious, though, we saw a little bit early on that that there is a reach out to the trans community. So make sure to go ahead and get your vaccine, get scheduled, make an appointment, go ahead and get out there, protect the community. And one of the things I lastly want to say is thank you for all the people who have been working in the background to help put this together. Bionka, Sky, Gwen, you guys are great. Thank you, Tracy, for letting us be here. And most importantly, I want to thank my co-MC. You have been such a delight to work with. You know, I barely get to work with you on a lot of different projects and stuff. So it's really nice when we're able to get together and do something like this.
It's always a pleasure to see you, and I hope we get to do lots of these things. And yes, I want to second the shout out to our back of house crew, especially Gwen, for coaching me through my first ever co-hosting. So nervous with Landa Lakes, no less.
You did a great job, and I thought that when you were going to talk about your highlights, I thought there was only one person in mind for you, but it looks like you enjoyed the actual material.
I'm never going to live this down, ever. Well, before we go, I want to do a little shout out for a couple of things. On Monday, along with the Transgender District, I will be participating in a trans masculine post-op panel. So tune in at 6 o'clock for that. And then we've got some exciting things happening for Pride this year. We just made a big announcement yesterday. We are doing 2 movie nights at Oracle Park with Frameline, which I'm so excited to lay out on the field. That's always been, like a dream of mine. I mean, I wish the players would be there too, but the movie will be great. And then we also have a Juneteenth event that's in collaboration with the African American Arts and Culture Complex. It builds on an event we did last year for the Marsha P. Johnson Solidarity Rally. And I'm really, really excited for the things that I can't tell you about. So just stay tuned. And we also have a Pride Expo. So it's a great way to reconnect with queer-owned businesses and other nonprofits. So look for lots of exciting things from Pride this year.
Yeah, and remember this year's theme, Pride, all in this together, celebrating 51 years. So
Absolutely.
it'll be a great event to attend. How much of it is going to be like virtual, and how much of it is going to be in person?
All of the things we discussed are in person.
Everything's in person. All right.
We are coming back together.
All right. So go ahead and get your vaccines, folks. Get your vaccines.
Get those vaccines right now. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Get them now.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. I'm Landa Lakes. I've enjoyed being here. I've enjoyed
I'm just Shannon. Stay tuned. We've got some fun music.
Yeah, so you don't have to go anywhere. Just listen to the music and let's have some fun. I know that Bo Derek will be dancing.
And
later on tonight, starting at 4 o'clock, right?
5 o'clock.
TOV. Oh, is it 5 o'clock? Okay.
5
TDOV at 5 o'clock. So tune in. And Shannon, where can they tune in at?
On the TDOV Facebook page. And the theme this year is Transition of Power, which actually taps into a lot of the stuff that we talked about today, and mentorships and how mutual aid is going to be the way that we solve all the problems of the world. So tune in tonight at 5 o'clock.
Yes. Even if we can't solve all of them, at least we can solve some of them. So let's do our part. Thank you. And now let's hear some music.
Yes.
Bye.